Go ahead.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's see how to start this. In December of last year, Paul Solski was kind enough to help us with a IAMCP SoCal partnering workshop. And that partnering workshop was actually quite insightful, and Paul has a very good methodology for doing this. At a later point, we ended up having a conversation and thought, well, what if we tried this for Seattle and SoCal together? And I think this is a little bit innovative in a sense where I don't recall ever being involved in a multi-chapter partnering workshop. So this concept is interesting and kind of new.
Businesses in their own right getting involved in the architecture and
Okay, sorry. If you're on another call, would you put yourself on mute, please? One of the things that Fred Babai and I have been working on is a partnering committee within IAMCP SoCal. So Fred Babai is also on this call. He was kind enough to agree to serve as SoCal's partnering chair. And then together we have done a couple of things, including this workshop. And we have one more thing that's in progress, a work in progress, is a Partnering Stories podcast. So we're using those podcasts to create some content and to create some partnering stories from the transcripts, as you might guess. And so far that has been very good. So thank you, Paul. That's all I had for intro.
Okay, excellent. So thank you, Brian, and thank you to you and to Fred and Eric and the whole SoCal team for suggesting this. And it's going to be reality. So today is the historic time that we're all getting together, and it's delightful because I know SoCal is such a active and large chapter, and we're on the same time zone, and we have so many things in common. That it should just naturally work. So I'm really looking forward to it. So I think I'm sharing my screen. Our goal is to meet each other, get to know each other better, feel more comfortable, and to find opportunities for partnering to grow our Microsoft businesses. So that's the overall reason why we're here, and building these relationships and getting to know each other is such an important part of it. I know there are 25 of us, but I think since this is the very first time we're meeting, I'd like to invite everyone to do a quick introduction, 30-second introduction. Firstly, who you are and where do you work, and any observations that you want to make. But so let's just go. I'll call people's names out as I see them on my list, and also I would invite you to use the chat, and in the chat just a paragraph description and your contact details, so that if you make a connection with someone, they'll be able to reach out to you. So Alexandra, can I invite you first to do a quick introduction?
No.
No? Okay.
Yes. Yes. I'd love to. Alexandra Matheson. I'm based in Seattle, Washington, just really in the heart of the city on top of Queen Anne Hill. And I am joining by way of Second Forge, where I am a partner alongside Andy Pope and Mark Brown. So really excited that Mark invited me to join the fold today. It's nice to meet you all.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Brian, a quick introduction, your day job. Tell us about your day job.
Oh gosh, all right. Sometimes I think my day job is IAMCP. I do a little bit of volunteer work for a couple of nonprofits. They're focused on survivors of human trafficking. One is called Kirut, the other one's called Human Save. I think my day job is IAMCP, so I am current president of the SoCal chapter, with New Year's resolution of being past president next year. I have a little bit of consulting going on. I have an advisory role at a small manufacturing firm. We're trying to help them grow the revenues and do some other things because they are a little bit behind the times, and trying to catch them up as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Ashley, a quick introduction, please. Ashley, are you there? Okay, Cyrus, a quick introduction, please.
Hello,
Cyrus,
everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Cyrus Davijani. My background is in IT as a network operating system and database administrator. Right now, I'm in transition, looking for local job opportunities here where I am, Orange County, California. I'm volunteering kind of with two organizations right now, EDD and WIOA. EDD, it's a kind of power networking group, employment development department, the state of California, and another one, WIOA, Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, is a program that help professional workforce who are in transition by helping them getting their certification.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Danny Gim, welcome. A quick intro, please.
Hello, everyone. Danny Gim here, Sandler Partners. We are what's called a technology service distributor. And what that means is a single source where all the various technology companies can come and sell their services through our distribution channel of 10,000 agents. I'm one of 80 channel managers, call us superstars, to help you close business. Our services are free to the customer. We get paid by the carrier. And my goal is to find additional areas to help you guys generate additional revenue, get deeper with your clients through all manner of offerings within AI, telco, internet, IT support, you name it, we've got it. So I know a guy. Thanks,
Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Klaus, quick intro, please.
Sure. Great to see everybody here. My name is Eric Klaus. I'm the director of our Microsoft practice here at Neoteric 365. We're a Microsoft BizApps and AI partner. I've been part of IAMCP for a long time now, 15 years now. So maybe more than a lot of other folks here. I am the past president of IAMCP SoCal. I preceded Brian by a few years. And past VP for IAMCP Americas. So great to connect with everybody.
Thank you for being here. Eric Mack, quick introduction, please.
Eric, are you there?
Eric, are you there?
Oh, geez, I had the headset muted. I'm Eric Mack. I'm a co-founder over at MaxPhase Incorporated. I personally work out of Lake Bay, Washington. MaxPhase Incorporated, we're the sole producers of what we call data compatibility. It's a new approach, a new methodology and framework to help deal with those pesky data silos so many organizations are dealing with. Thank you.
Sounds good. Fred, quick introduction, please.
Thank you, Paul. My name is Fred Babai. Actually, today is the first day of spring, and it's a Persian New Year. So Happy New Year to everyone.
And to you.
Thank you. I'm a founder of a business called B2B Sales Accelerator. I provide consulting services to partners who would like to do business together. Therefore, it becomes a really meaningful introduction between partners that so that they can sort of find ways they can do business together. And we provide sort of go-to-market strategy for partners to be able to increase their revenue, build roadmaps, and eventually get them to a point where they can exit from the business. And I'm also a partnering chair at IAMCP at SoCal. And been in that position for a couple of months now.
Excellent. Thank you, Fred. George Spiger, quick intro, please.
George, you there?
And hopefully my network bandwidth will hold up. So George Sweiger with the Redmond Partner Group. Work with Paul. My focus is on helping Microsoft partners like yourself become better Microsoft partners, help you navigate Microsoft and really maximize your investment in all the time and effort you put into trying to grow your business with Microsoft. And I'm here in Seattle, been on the Seattle IAMCP board for the past 6 years and been in IAMCP for probably 15 plus. So good to meet everyone.
Excellent. Thanks, George. Harry Carter, welcome. Quick intro, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Harry Carter, NCT Tech. We're based in Marysville, Washington. We are Microsoft partners. We focus on secure collaboration, productivity, data organization, data compliance, and data-driven decisions. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. It's good to meet you all.
Thank you for being here. Jared, quick intro, please.
Hello, Jared Bear, IAMCP SoCal chapter. I've been in the chapter for, I don't know, maybe 6-8 years, something like that. The last couple of years, been the learning chair, now co-chair. And as far as business, we are a Microsoft partner, but mostly focus on infrastructure. So cabling, access control, Teams room, Zoom room, AV, that type of stuff. And then we have a small MSP practice. And we're in Orange County.
Thank you. Jasjit, a quick introduction, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jasjit. I've been with IAMCP for almost 3 years now. And primary chapter is Philadelphia. Karen got me recruited. My company is Pentara Technologies. I've been running it for 11.5 years. We are Microsoft solution partners as of now in data and AI and 2 other categories. We are primarily now focusing on Azure AI and Copilot and other Microsoft AI solutions and security and compliance implementation for our healthcare industry specifically. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for being here. Jason Price, a quick introduction, please.
Hey, Paul, how are you? And hi to all of you. I'm Jason Price, longtime listener, first-time caller, CEO of Aston Price. We deliver user adoption, business advisory, and change management for modern work, security, and Copilot AI.
Excellent. Thank you. Jeff Shuey, welcome.
Hello, hopefully you can hear me. So hi, everybody. It's nice to be on with my fellow.
You've gone mute, Jeff.
Oh, you gotta love Teams. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So sorry, Teams is a joy to work with. Anyway, Jeff Shuey, it's nice being with my fellow SoCal people. That's where I was born and raised. Moved here 25 years ago to work for Microsoft. And my background is I form/help reanimate the IAMCP Seattle chapter 12 or so years ago. I'm a former past president, and I'm currently the treasurer of the IAMCP Seattle chapter. And my day job is working with, I know, shocking, Oracle. So I left after 20 years in the Microsoft ecosystem to go to Oracle, and I work on this thing called Azure Interconnect. It takes, and if you saw Larry Ellison and Satya Nadella last September, they talked about how Oracle and Azure, believe it or not, work together to help solve customer problems. So for partners that have Oracle-based solutions or Microsoft-based solutions, we have this very fast, highly secured, highly governed, and I guess a secure, fast, and governed connection that lets end customers run their Oracle or Microsoft workloads very, very quickly. And as you can guess, we compete with another company that's across the lake from us that sounds like a river. It's Amazon, if you didn't get that.
We got it.
Okay, good. It's middle of the day. I don't know how many cups of coffee people have had. But anyway, it's nice to meet everybody, and it's nice to talk to Eric, and I recognize a few other faces, so it's good to see y'all.
Thanks, Jeff. Catherine, a quick introduction, please.
Hey everyone, my name is Catherine Van Hunley. I'm with WMI Worldwide. We are a Microsoft vendor. We've been a tier 1 supplier vendor for over 20 years with Microsoft. We are designated as a partner, but most of our work is as a supplier. And we do business ops and strategy and technology solutions for Microsoft.
Excellent, thank you. Keandra, a quick introduction, please.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Kendra. I'm with Skillspire. We are a coding boot camp, coding school, tech school that teaches coding, web development, data analytics, and cybersecurity. And I am the business development executive.
Excellent, thank you for being here. Mark Brown, I'm sorry. Yes, Mark Brown, quick introduction, please.
Hi, everyone. I'm an investor and founder of Second Forge, which is a collection of cloud migration experts and IT experts. We are currently focused on helping the mid-market customers find a new home away from VMware, where there has been tremendous disruption and enormous cost increases, most recently due to the acquisition of Broadcom. So that's what we're about. And we believe a lot of those customers will end up in Azure with our help.
Excellent. Thank you. Manish, quick introduction, please.
Yes, Paul. Paul, Brian, thanks for setting this up, the partnering between Seattle and SoCal chapter. So I'm the past president here, and as a business focused on data and AI consulting, and also working on this product called Amy, which is supposed to do project management work for you as a AI assistant. So I'll put my connection and would love to chat with you and maybe give you a trial for Amy. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Manish. Malone, welcome. Quick introduction, please.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. My name is Marlon, and I'm the business development director here at CFirst. So, CFirst Technology. So, we've been 5 years tier 1 partner of Microsoft. So, we do a lot of IT reselling, hardware and licenses, any software, and we do a lot of managed services as well. Right now, it's more and heavily specialized on infrastructure refresh, networking, and security.
Excellent. Thank you. Michael Diamond, quick introduction, please.
Hey, folks. Mike Diamond. I am an industry analyst, been an industry analyst for about 10, 11 years. I work in distribution for about 18, independent analyst right now, and also doing fractional analyst relations for one of the bigger distributors. And so also do consulting. So happy to hear what you folks are doing, and love to hear what you're doing.
Excellent. Thank you for being here. Nigel, welcome. Quick intro, please.
Hey, yeah. Hi, Nigel Postings, and part of the Seattle board with Paul, ex-Microsoft, founding partner of a company called BizSize. We do 3 things. We help large vendors assess their current channel ecosystem. So think of assessing 70,000 ISVs for Microsoft, HP's channel, SAP, and others. We are embarking on intelligence, where we're looking at given markets such as AI and cyber, identifying all the relationships between the vendors, service offerings, and the partners. And finally, we're doing activation with the hyperscalers and the disties in areas such as VMware migration and Copilot by assessing both partners and customers and connecting the two.
Excellent. Thank you. Nikia, welcome. Quick introduction, please.
Hi, everyone. Nakia Carter, longtime member for IAMCP. This is my second time, second Microsoft company, Microsoft alumni now, as well as a Microsoft MVP. I'm co-CEO for NTC Tech, and we focus on, we're SI partners, so we focus on solution development, training, ACM, things like that around Microsoft Office 365, Power Platform, Copilot. But then we can also do custom, full code apps. We work a lot with partners who are MSPs. So if you're looking to expand your services under your MSP, you're getting a lot of hits where you might need SharePoint developed, Teams training, things like that. We can help expand your Microsoft partnership. We also have offshore folks available. So that can also help with some of the costs that you might need to help with those, the pricing.
Thank you,
So
Nikia.
feel free to reach out.
Nikolsh, quick introduction.
Hello, everyone. Nikol Kuzmanovsky here, Vice President for Operation and Business for the Light Solution Company. We are Indian-based company with 4 offices on eastern side of the globe. So I'm helping them to grow their business in Europe and USA. We are a significant partner in India of Microsoft. So we are covering all the technologies, Business Central, Dynamics, Power BI, Power Platform. So name it, you have it. I'm happy to connect with all of you and see how we can collaborate together. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Patrick Hart, welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Pat Hart. I'm the Director of Sales with RevTech. We are a certified women-owned / service-disabled veteran-owned small business. And we primarily work in 3, I guess you could say we have 3 core focuses: custom development, we do staff augmentation, and we also do work with the homeless, where we have a platform to help outreach groups, which is actually live in 2 major counties in Southern California. And we're actually working with Seattle on that as well. But great to meet you all. Thank you for having me, and looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Thank you, Patrick. Sumi, welcome.
Hello, thank you so much, Paul, for introducing. My name is Sumi. What an honor to be in the room with a great lot of data geeks and AI and co-pilots and all these geniuses in here. So I consider myself as a social bug. I love to learn while I'm partying. So I consider my job as my work, as my party session. So I love to learn. Our company is Logic Intelligence. We logically find solutions to your problems. Now, who does not have problems, right? So I'd like to come in and take a pie out of your cake and give you a slice of mine. Find our solutions both ways. If you'd like to connect, I have my information in the chat, and talk to you soon. Thank you, Paul, and thanks for the
Thank
whole
you, Sumi.
party.
Thank you for being here. And everyone, please do put your contact details in the chat. Tushar, quick introduction, please. Tushar Puri.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Hey, thank you, Paul.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm with Pegasus One. I'm also a secretary at IAMCP SoCal. We focus on custom product development, either from ground up or utilizing SharePoint, Dynamics, and so forth. We have, at this time, teams based out of India, Mexico, US, and now expanding in Canada also. We focus mostly on product development in the space of education, logistics, and healthcare. So I would love to work with any one of you and love to be part of this initiative. Thank you.
Thank you. Volodymyr, quick introduction, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vols Verodenko. I'm from OnTarget. We specialize in Dynamics 365, finance and operations, customer engagement, and Power Platform. And for customers, we do implement Dynamics 365 and Power Platform, different ISV solutions, our own and other solutions. But we also fix failed Dynamics 365 implementations and getting project back on track. And for partners, we extend project teams with experienced resources, and we also assist in building your own Dynamics 365 practices. Excited to connect and collaborate. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Have I missed anyone? No. Okay,
I joined late, Paul. I don't know. You're doing introductions. My apologies for being late.
John, go for it. Yeah. Quick one,
John
please.
Nicolo, treasurer of the IAMCP in Chicago, longtime IAMCP member, past president of Chicago. Also serve on some subcommittees for the Americas. James Solutions is a IT consulting company based out of Chicagoland. We touch everything in the Microsoft stack except Dynamics. We have a special skill set in Microsoft Teams rooms with our parent company, AVI Systems. Thanks for having me. Sorry I was late.
No problem. Okay, anyone else? Okay, so finally, myself, I'm Paul Solski. I'm part of the Redmond Partner Group with George Swager, and there's also JP and Scott. We formed Redmond Partner Group because we're all IAMCP members with complementary skills. So we decided to form a company, and we're going to market together. We do three things. Number one, firstly, it's all for partners who have IP, and this IP can be software or it can be services. And if partners need to scale out, we help partners to expand into new markets, including international markets. We help partners to build partner programs and develop reseller channels, and we help to create strategies for growth in new markets. So those are the three things we do. My other day job is IMCP P2P lead and the Seattle president. I'm just so impressed at the number of people, the quality of the companies, the quality of the people that we have here. We can touch almost any solutions. If we just put all this together, nobody could compete with us. So I hope we can find some ways to work together and collaborate. So this is our agenda today. We just go through the introductions, and they were quite lengthy, but it's the very first time, and we do need to know to get to know each other. We had some announcements. Brian, did you have any announcements?
I think I have at the intro provided what I wanted to. Thank you.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. And for me, I just wanted to highlight that every month we have the P2P opportunity group calls on first Wednesday of each month at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And this is essentially this kind of format, except we're having the global community come to it. So invite you to register for the P2P opportunity groups every first Wednesday of the month to join. All right, so let's get into the partnering discussion component of it. So I just wanted to walk you through a couple of steps of a process that we're doing right now in terms of building a multi-partner solution, particularly in Seattle. And we started with the target customers that we want to address. And in this case, we took a note of what the ideal customer would look like, what size of the company, revenue-wise, employees, and then we looked at the business challenges that they have and what kind of benefits they're looking for that we could possibly deliver. And then what we did was we looked at, well, how would a total solution stack look like for that customer? Because we have, like everyone on the call can do one layer of the stack, one part of the total solution that the customer wants. So we wanted to just define what would be the tiers of the stack, and can we offer the entire or just a portion of it? But certainly we could go to specific customers with specific solutions that drive specific benefits and address specific challenges. So we looked at what would constitute a total solution, complete solution, and then we mapped into this the member companies that can provide that solution. So as Sumi said, from Logic Intelligence, Logic Intelligence is outstanding at data and analytics, and WMI is excellent at staffing on target with Dynamics, NTC with Office and modern work, Sandler partners with the breadth of other partners as well as the go-to-market element of it. So we felt that we had between all of us, and this is 6-7 companies, we could provide the whole solution. So now we're packaging this solution to go to market, and we've identified not only the parts of the solution, but also now the member companies that of the chapter that can actually take it to the customers. So this is the approach that we're taking, and this is the approach that we can use here as well. If we come through to an understanding during the breakout groups of who does what, potentially there is this opportunity to package a joint solution together. And I'm hoping that we can come out from these breakout groups that we'll have in a few minutes to design or at least conceptualize these joint solutions. All right. So, any questions? Any comments on that? All right. So, a lot of you would have received this template before the meeting, and there are two parts to the template. And the template is designed to introduce your company to a potential partner, but also be very clear about what you're looking for in a partner that you want to collaborate with. So there are two parts of it. So I would like to invite you now to complete this template if you haven't done it already, or at least edit your one. So you might put it on the screen. And we'll be using this template in the breakout groups to talk about your own company and also who you're looking for to partner with. Okay? So this is the about your company part of it. And the first is what value do you bring to customers as a solution provider? And that's important for the other partner to understand, but it's also important to define concisely. And you might make them more efficient. You might make them the company more productive. You might help them address new markets, whatever it may be. The second one is how do you solve those challenges? So this relates more to your particular solution and what that solution does in order to address the challenges that the customers have. So in this case, we may have specialized software, maybe a Dynamics 365 add-on solution. And also we have the typical value of the solution. That's important for the partner that you're seeking to understand what what kind of scope and what kind of size of the solution. So here I'm using an example of $50,000 for services and $50,000 for annual subscriptions. Then the next question is, how do you differentiate? There are, if we're using Dynamics as an example, there are many Dynamics partners there selling Dynamics 365, but in that kind of competitive environment, how do you differentiate? And if you partner with another partner, how can you jointly differentiate? And is this value that you bring to the partnership that helps you to stand out from the crowd? And the next one is, what is your value to the partner? And it could be bringing on providing a set of skills and expertise that the other partner doesn't have, ability to address a new revenue stream that the other partner didn't have, ability to provide more complete and more compelling solutions that you jointly create, that one alone couldn't do that. So it's very important to outline what your value to the partner is, particularly in business terms, in terms of how you can help the partner's business to grow, as opposed to the technology expertise that you might offer. Does that make sense? Any question on that? Oh yeah, Nikia.
Thanks, Paul. Yes, the question is, where's the template? Not sure where what it was attached to, but I can't find it.
Okay. Okay, Brian, are you able to forward it?
I might be able to. So give me a moment. I might be able to upload it into the chat. Hold on.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And any other questions? Okay, So now let's go into your ideal partner. So this is the partner you're looking for. So I suggest thinking along 3 dimensions. First of all, you want the partner to be able to reach the market. In other words, to be able to get to the customers and engage those customers in conversations and sales of the type of solution that you're offering and potentially they're offering. So market reach is one component. The other component is their ability to execute, which is, are they able to engage the customer, have a conversation about their business challenges, and have a conversation about the solution, and then implement the solution, and then support the customer on an ongoing basis. And then finally, commitments. And these are commitments to you. What kind of commitments are you looking of the partner that you want to partner with? And some of it may be training, so sales training, technical training. Some of it may be joint business plans, or it could be having mutual revenue goals, or putting on staff, whatever it may be. And that will often be determined by the nature of the relationship between your 2 companies. If you are an ISV who is looking for a reseller partner, you'd certainly want them to be trained on sales, product, and have implementation capability and ongoing support capability and sales capability. And you probably want joint revenue goals. If you're both partners or peer-to-peer partners where each of you provides a part of the solution, nobody really resells the other, then sales training may be enough. Just knowing what the other partner offers and be fluent in being able to explain to a customer why the joint solution works better. So the commitment part is different depending on the relationship you have with the partner. So let's just take a look at the market reach. So particularly in business applications, you probably want the partner to have some industry focus, so they understand who the companies are in a target industry, and what are the customers' challenges, and hopefully they know some of the language of the industry. So here I have an example, not-for-profit clubs. So that's the focus area. I was thinking of IAMCP here. Industry of solutions. So this is number of clients in the target industry. So the reason for the question is you want the partner to have expertise in that industry. So they're not just thinking about it, they've actually sold to the industry and have the clients in that. Business savvy, or understanding the challenges of that particular industry the industry is going through. And market coverage. So if you're here in the US and you want someone to be selling your solution in Canada or jointly selling, then they would need to have a Canada coverage or Latin coverage or European coverage. So that's market reach. Ability to execute is the kind of more practical and technical expertise in the area. So first question is, what percentage of their company revenue or new revenue comes from the target industry? If it's less than 25%, they're probably very opportunistic about pursuing that industry. If it's more than 25%, they're typically more serious and focused and probably have acquired skills and expertise in that area. Specific expertise, so this is more to do with the solution. In this case, I've listed portals and SharePoint as being expertise needed to support the solution. And then Microsoft competencies, which ones are they qualified in? And then what kind of services they need to provide, if any. So in this case, I'm using examples of BI and AI. In terms of commitments, in this case, the desired commitments are staff that undergo sales training on your solution. So their staff can be fluent in explaining the benefits of your solution to the target customers, and staff trained on implementation. So if you have the template, I invite you to make a note of this. And we will use this in the breakouts that we're going to have starting soon. Any questions?
Hi, Paul.
Yes.
I wanted to share, I don't have the actual template. I think Nicole might, but I have a blank one without the blue like prompts. But I don't know if I have the ability to upload a document to this meeting.
No, that's okay. You don't have to do that. You just read from it during the breakout group.
Oh, I meant to share with everyone else who doesn't have it. It seems like there are a few people who don't have it.
Okay.
Have the template.
Brian, are we able to share the one that I sent out?
I'm having a little bit of problem because of security. So I can share a link, but I'm not 100% sure everybody will be able to access it.
All right. Just one moment, please. Just bear with me.
I thought I could attach it to the chat, but I don't see an attach option either.
Who owns the meeting? Who's the owner?
Brian.
Yeah, it's IAMCP SoCal.
Okay. Yeah, I can't attach it either. Let me respond back all to yours. I'm going to reply all with this template.
Yes, please reply all to
Brian, do you have the latest email from Paul? You could reply all to that with the original template. Mine is completely blank, apart from the questions.
Okay, so I see your point. So basically a piece of email that Paul sent out to all of the folks in Seattle?
Yeah, I think everybody here has that.
Okay, all right, very good. Let me see if I can do that.
Okay, and sending out the blank one would be all right.
Could someone just check the link I just put in chat and see if it works? That's from the email that Paul sent.
Yeah, looks good.
Works for me. Yeah, that works fine.
Okay.
Thank you for problem solving.
Yep, it's working.
Okay.
Yeah, so please use that one, the link that's there. Okay, so can I just have a show of hands of people who have the template, or do we want to spend 5 minutes on completing your template?
Before that, Paul, just a small query from my side. This is just Jeet. I do have a requirement where I'm seeing in the market where Accenture and Deloitte's of the world, they take away certain contracts in existing customers because they do end-to-end mergers and acquisitions. And I'm specifically talking about insurance industry. So I'll talk to you separately, but if this is something I can work with you and find partners that can do a combined solution for accounting, HR, IT, everything combined in one go, that would be really helpful. And if anybody else is interested, please reach out. I would love to have that kind of go-to-market strategy for a complete merger and acquisition scenarios. That would be that is a valid use case that I am struggling to compete with at this stage.
Wonderful. Do you have that in the chat? Have you written that in the chat?
Yes, I did. I tagged you.
Okay, excellent. All right. Jason, you have a question, comment?
I was just raising my hand to your question.
Oh,
okay. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you. All right. Mark, did you have a comment? Volodymyr, did you have a comment?
No, just raised. Yeah, just raising.
All right. So sounds like a lot of you have it. So again, invite you to download it and use that template during the breakout meeting. So we have about half an hour, a little bit more than half an hour. So let's have 2 breakouts. And I will ask Brian if you could just limit the capacity to 4 people per breakout group.
Okay.
And what I would invite you to do is use the template, or at least go through an initial introduction about your company, particularly the part about how you differentiate. And then secondly, outline who you, the profile of your ideal partner and what you would ask of them. And once you've done that, to have a discussion about what do you bring to partners, what opportunities do you bring to partners if they collaborate with you. Okay, so we don't want technical speak, we want to talk about business development. All right, so we'll have 2 breakout groups, 15 minutes each, so we're going to do that in a moment. And after that, if you could, if a person from the group could nominate themselves as a kind of speaker to just give us a 30-second summary after your first meeting and after your second meeting. We just want to hear whether you people made a connection. All right.
Okay, can you see my screen, Paul?
Yes.
Okay, I specified 4, automatically assigned. Shall we
Yes.
try it?
Yes.
And I think I have to click open rooms, correct?
Yes.
I always marvel how this works.
So we will come back about
I guess it just put the 2 of us in here.
Yeah.
I guess we got the small group. Nice to meet you. I'm Eric Mack.
Hey, Eric, how are you? I'm Mike Diamond. I'm not a partner. I'm an industry analyst.
Oh, what industry?
So I've been covering the channel for roughly 12 years. So I worked at the NPD group where I could see kind of everything that was being shipped to the distributors, to direct marketers, and retailers. I'm at a SKU level, and then I went to the Feature and Research group, Channelomics, and independent analyst right now. And so, but I've been in the channel for about almost 30 years, covering it.
Okay.
And so I size it. I work with the partners, and I'm helping with the strategies, and always learning.
That's good.
Yeah. So they want us to fill out a document? Is that what this is, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I don't know if I screwed up registration or what, but I think we were supposed to fill this out ahead of time, maybe. I did not. You know, I'm here. I co-founded a company. I'm just looking to build out a tech stack and meet with people that might have use for the solution that we developed, which is in the data space. It's a data modeling approach that we developed over here at Max Phase. So we
Okay.
work on that end of things. You know, we have a unique way of dealing with a problem that's sort of been dogging the industry for about 30 years now. So that's sort of where we are. And so anything downstream of you know, anything within the analytics area, data integration, data maintenance, data quality, anything which hits a lot of industries. I know they mentioned target industries, but when you work in the world of data, you kind of work a little bit everywhere.
Yeah, I cover that area. So I cover AI. I've been in business intelligence teams, and I was also in market and competitive intelligence. So there's kind of the structured world and the non-structured world. So market intelligence was, excuse me, market intelligence was more like the kind of the qualitative. So when you're trying to find out things about, inside the organization, about 80% of what you need to know is inside the company. And then you go out and talk to the competition and the customers, and then you fuse that data with BI. And so I came from Ingram BI, many years ago, and then came from the NPD. I came from the NPD group where we got all the data from Walmart, Best Buy, Ingram Tech Data, Cinex.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of was always analyzing that data at a division level and a SKU level, and then I would I would get that data and then I would present at Dell, HP, like they were our clients. And so you're always guiding them on strategies and how to navigate the channel.
Interesting. So you're the one they send my data off to when they scan my barcode at the store.
Well, that's NPD. That would be
There you
so.
go.
Actually, the NPD group actually had a receipt harvesting. So
Oh, there you
we
go.
had, so they did have receipt harvesting. So you could follow follow somebody buying a camera and then follow them going to the Thai store, and you figured out that they were shopping. They were a photographer getting the camera gear and also a tie for the wedding. And so we would do things like that.
Wow.
And then yeah, and so
That's
work
some
with the
heavy
big
duty
vendor.
stuff. Yeah, that must be tremendous volumes of data.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. And they changed the name to Circana, but we were a top 10 market research company, and so we're our nearest competitors were Nielsen, IRI.
Okay.
Those folks.
One of the top guys at Nielsen I'm currently working with. I'm having conversations with him. We are currently working with MaxPhase is doing a POC with one of the largest retailers out there right now. They
Okay.
want to get their data aligned, particularly around product, right? They've
Yep.
got, disparate data systems all over the place, and they recently started building out data mesh so they could build out data products.
Yeah.
The problem was now people want to combine the data products with the source data for analytics,
Yeah.
and they're sitting there going, "Uh-oh." So they want to find an easier way to try
Yeah.
and do that. And that's a challenge for everybody. Every large organization struggles to really handle the data silo problem. It's been the golden goose for 30 years, since before I've even really been around. And
Sure.
our unique approach is we sat there, we said, okay, well, what's causing the data silos to begin with? Because they've never asked that question really. It's how do we put the data silos into a data warehouse and then run analytics off of it? That's sort of always been the way they do it. And we said,
Right.
well, that's extremely expensive and hard to scale. So let's go back to the source. And we figured it out. And it comes down to the point that when they build these data models, they're not building what you would call referential integrity into them, which means they don't have anything in common with any other data set that's ever been built. And
Yep.
we're saying, well, let's start doing that. So in short, we tap into data that everything has. So we do people, places, things, time, right? And everything has those. So we standardize them and then we point to them. So even though you might have data sets all over the place, they're pointing to the same thing. And when you do that, now you can actually go across the systems as though they were actually in a data warehouse without having to do any of
Fantastic.
that. Yeah, which is going to make the life of people like you who are trying to harvest and manage that data a lot easier. Because I mean, I've spoken with large companies that don't even know who their customers are. You know,
Yep.
they don't know
I
their products. They don't know, and it's like, okay, we've been doing this for 30 years, but we can't answer simple questions. Something's got to change, right?
You'd
And
be surprised. You'd be very surprised.
yeah, it's really been an eye opener to me, and I understand why a lot of business got, I always see the tech versus business discussion, and a lot of top guys are like, well, why can't I even get basic information out of this organization? I don't even know how much money I spent last month.
Yeah.
But it's the disparity issue. It's the fact that we're still building handcrafted data sets and we're not building standards into them. And that's what MaxPhase is looking to change. And I'm hoping with AI that'll take off because AI is going to have the same problem people do. I mean, if it's
Yep.
disparate, low quality data, I think I read the other day 90% of CEOs don't think their data quality is where it needs to be to implement AI.
I would even
You
rate
know?
that higher.
Yeah, I mean, and the problem is, as long as we're still doing the build it standalone and then try to cram it into something else down the line mentality,
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to budge much. Um,
Yeah.
So that's what
Organizations.
MaxPhase is doing.
It's great. No, a lot of the organizations that, again, I can't name them all, but the biggest retailers in the world, we would help them with their strategies of, like their stocking strategies. We would look at their ASP, average selling prices and units, and some of your bigger CE retailers, they would look at things like, what's driving foot traffic in the store. It's gonna be TVs, obviously, for your CE folks, and then really what can we up and cross sell around it, and then they're kind of tweaking in-store marketing, kind of looking at foot traffic, and really kind of looking at margin at each area of the store, and then figuring out ways to kind of amplify that. And so, like what I found is a lot of like BI people, they're BI people, but they're not finance experts.
Mhm.
And so you kind of need that. You need the local tribal knowledge, but then also figuring other data sets to merge. Like you have your typical ERP, your stock ERP data set, but then what else can you kind of add more dimension to the overall ERP data? Like I
Yeah,
think
you
that's one
want
of
to
the biggest problems.
they talk about 360, but it's so difficult to achieve because you want to build these enriched data sets, but it's incredibly challenging at scale. With what's being done
Yeah.
today anyway, we simplify that. That's one of the core things that we do. One of the fun challenges we've been having actually is we're going through this thing with product, and we're trying to determine how to uniquely identify products for multiple business units, right, across multiple business units, because that's that part of that building that unique context. So no matter how it's represented in the local business unit, at the enterprise level, you have unique representation that it can link to. So that's a fun thought experiment we've been doing lately, is how you uniquely represent a product that's across not only it's multiple countries too, right? So you got the languages, you've got the sizes, you got the different brands, which is really the same product, right? Even though they call it a different brand, they got different packaging sizes. It's going to be fun. It's going to be
That's
a fun.
great.
Yeah. But that's
Oh,
what we're doing. So it's interesting to run into somebody that does all that data collection. Um,
we had
because
lots of
it's
units.
oh yeah, I'm sure all over the place. I mean,
Well, that you're on point because we would collect all the SKU data from, again, all the distributors. We would collect it from all the direct marketers or national solution providers. So I could see everything. And so I think the main thing is taxonomy and making sure that data is synced up with taxonomies from an IDC or Gartner. Like even the way partners brand their
okay.
websites today, they don't even understand, like, partners branding is all different. Solutions are different. There's not a lot of commonality. And so I think taxonomy, I think, is the number one thing. It's just getting the taxonomy right.
Yeah.
And then you can ingest the data properly. But I see a lot of organizations that just do not have a great taxonomy of
No.
the categories they sell, of the business units.
No, it's all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So what are we supposed to achieve? You want to talk, or what would you like to? So are we supposed to like talk about an ideal customer or ideal
I,
partnership,
I, I,
or?
I guess what are you looking for in a partner? Why
All
are you
right,
here? I guess that's a good place to start.
all right. So let's use your company. Are you looking
So really
for?
what I came into this meeting looking for is staff augmentation. When we get projects, I got to have consultants on staff.
Yep.
I'm also looking for people who have customers that have the same challenges that everybody, that I talked about. We're looking for people that live in this world, deal with this problem every day, and are
Yep.
looking for, experts. And that's really it. I mean, tool wise, it depends on our client what we need. I also need tool vendors. I gotta buddy up with everything from, we love MDM solutions. Those are great for what we do.
Yep.
To just having a tool that could go across different types of databases. If they've got an Oracle versus a Microsoft
Yep.
database, I got to be able to get into them. So that's sort of what MaxPhase is here to do. That's what my goal is today. How about
Okay.
yourself?
Like I said, I was here. I was invited, and they said, Mike, you're an industry analyst. Why don't you listen in? And so
Oh, okay. See
I'm
if you
more
find
more.
anything that piques your interest.
Well, I'm more like, I talk to partners all the time, and I'm always learning and finding how people are going to business, and but like, for you, for like DBAs, like what I do is I actually size markets too. So like for you, I look at like things like BLS, and then database administrator. So I can tell you, like, the things I look at when I'm sizing markets is, like, for you, see here. Hmm. Let's see how many there are. So typically I'll find out how many there are. So there's, let's see, most of them are in Florida, California, Illinois, Washington. So what I typically do is I'll kind of look at, where they are, what industries are in, and like the vendors will come to us and say, where, like in Informatica, for example, for DIDQ, it's like they're like, all right, where, what personas should we be going after, and how many are there, and where should we deploy our field sales, and then how do we overlay it with our partners, and yeah, that's something that I'll typically do. Like I'll look at stuff like that, and more industry analysis type of stuff. Like if you have a product, like I said, there's roughly 74 or 76,000. So whatever your product is per DBA, right? I would just take your solution and then just multiply it times how many there are. So whatever your ASP is, basic McKinsey math. I mean,
Yeah, I got you.
So that's kind of what we do. Is we got, like, as an analyst, like we're always working with the
So
vendors
like Gartner type stuff.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. And so, Gartner has industry profiles. We do it too.
Yeah, I've talked to them a few times. They're expensive though.
Most partners can't afford them. No.
No, that's what I found out. They give you this free 30-minute thing, right? And then they talk to you about the price. And it's like, uh-oh. I mean, I know being on that quadrant's worth a lot of money. That's why every major player in the space is. But that's not something I can afford at the moment. So
No. I work with, like I said, I help Ingram on the analyst relations side, and I help the partners with the TrustX Alliance, and help them, trying to get them out there in the media. And so so there's different industry analysts that are out in the media all the time. Like Futurum Group, it's like Daniel Newman was my former boss, and he's always on Bloomberg, and
oh wow.
And so that's kind of there's just different analysts like Patrick Moorhead, Daniel Newman. There's kind of like a set of us that are out in the media, and then there's kind of your IDC and Gartners don't necessarily try to get in the media all the time. And so there's kind of like those two worlds kind of collided, the influencer, the technical analyst.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't see Gartner on many of they just like to do their tech reviews and their quadrants and stuff, and they don't.
Yep.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, the industry analysts right now, I mean, the whole conversation's AI. Everybody I talk to in this space, they say you got to say AI at least once whenever you talk about something.
We joke about it.
That's what it's become at this point.
It's AI washing. I just, I was telling people, I call it big data 2.0.
I mean, that's what happens. I mean, I've been in the data space long enough. I remember when data lakes were all the rage.
Yep.
Then knowledge graphs sort of got a bit of a hype cycle, and now they're in the AI hype cycle, and we'll see how long it rides.
Yeah. A lot of companies don't know how to do it.
No, it's new, and I think they're overestimating how bad their data is and how much that's going to hurt their AI implementation, especially for decision support.
I've already seen it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's already horror stories brewing.
Well, I
think that's going to kill the hype a little bit on it, but.
Well, I think people don't really get, like, I really call it an information management strategy. I think people are kind of, when I talk to partners, it's like, you can address data, but you need to know how to secure the endpoints, right? You need to know how to, ingest it, make sense of it, analyze it, right? Deploy it, visualization tools and other dashboards, and then really secure it. And I don't think anybody has that holistic view figured out. And that's when big data came out a couple of years ago. It's like every couple of years or 3 or 4 years, Gartner IDC comes up with a new term, and then people run around with their torches and pitchforks, like, oh my God, how do I ride that kinetic energy of that wave? And that's kind of what's happening now. Is
I've spoken with a ton of data veterans, and they say this industry has a really bad habit of rebranding the same thing.
That's what good research companies do. Like I've subscribed to those firms when I was in market intelligence, and I would say, look, this is the same report or the same lens that I used to have, and now it's grouped here, and that's just good marketing. I mean, and so
Yeah, it gets
You know,
people excited about a new thing, but then it catches up. Eventually they
exactly.
realized it's not necessarily the silver bullet they were hoping for.
That's right.
I try to not do that when I'm in sales. I try to be realistic with what we do, where we can help, and not I'm not going to claim to boil the ocean or fix all your problems, but we can do a lot. And it just depends on what you want to hit and how. So that's sort of our approach to it. And that's why, yeah. And our first conversation is what data is most important to you, and let's line up the master data that matters according to it, and let's build that out and get you rolling. Yeah, I mean, that holistic approach, like you talk about, that's something that's missing incrementally just at the data model level.
Yeah.
It's been handcrafted for way too long. It's my father, who's the one who came up with all this. He said when they taught him how to build a data model, you start with a blank sheet of paper and go. There's no standards. Yeah. And he said, why are we doing it? That no other industry builds products like that, where they just build it haphazardly and then try to implement. So we're trying to enforce some standards onto these things so they function a little better at scale, and that's the crux of what we do. So hopefully,
I try to go backwards. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I just go backwards. What I'll do is I'll look at an org because most organizations are dealing with market forces, like market forces and things and so you could pretty easily kind of boil down the ocean. Like, all right, like your job is protecting working capital. Implement this supply chain planning, and so those are kind of things that.
No, that's great because that's what I see so many times. People try to boil the ocean, and a project fails because of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did anyone make a connection? Did anyone make a connection?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yep. Consulting services, and then find the right way to do that. B2B sales services is the name of my organizations.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah.
We've rejoined the big group.
Oh, okay, got it.
We're back. Did anyone make a connection? Would you like to make a comment about it?
Maybe Mark Brown. I think he had something.
Yeah. Mark?
Yeah. Well, our target, our addressable market right now is the users in the mid-market for VMware. And Nigel talked a lot about, they do a lot of customer data gathering, and I think there's a way for us to work together. So that's just one that I think is a good start.
Excellent. Patrick, did you want to give us a summary?
I knew you were coming red for me on that one again. Yes, made a great connection with Harry. He's working on a government contract where we think we can lend some help. I'm very interested in Ashley's outsourced SDR team as the head of business development with the company. And Mr. Nicolau mentioned that he doesn't do any D365 work, and we happen to be a D365 shop. So looks like there's some good, and I love the buzzword, some good synergy.
Nice. Thanks, Patrick. Anyone else? All right. So we have about 10 minutes. So Brian, maybe I could ask you to just use the trash can to delete these rooms.
Okay, very good. Thank you for guidance.
Yep. And now we want probably 2 more rooms.
2 more rooms.
Yeah.
So reduce the number of people. Oh, 8 rooms?
Oh, yeah. 4 people per room. Choose the number of rooms. Okay. So just put 8 there. 8.
8 rooms?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, very good then.
And then create rooms.
All right, here we go.
This time we'll have 10 minutes. And in the discussion, I just invite you to focus, how you can complement each other in going together. Okay, look for that. And okay. Oh, you have 2 participants unassigned.
Oh yes.
TP and AA.
Eric Mack and Michael Diamond, for some reason, won't jump into a room.
Okay, well, let's open rooms as it is, and then.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Well, now we know why that happened, Michael.
And Brian, you can assign participants. You click the assign participants and it'll put them in a room.
Okay, I'll try.
It seems we're back.
Yeah.
I guess they're having a tech trouble. Fun with Teams, you know how it is.
I'm gonna write about this. About Enterprise Connect was this last week. Write about it. I didn't make it out. I didn't make it out to Florida yet, so.
Yeah, that's got to be nice. It's nice and cold and rainy up here right now.
Where are you about again?
I'm out of Washington State, about an hour from
Okay.
Seattle. Yeah.
Got it.
So some Florida weather would be nice right about now.
Yeah. Sure. I'm in Southern California.
Oh. Well, I hear it's nice all year round there.
It can be. Yeah, it looks pretty nice and sunny today. So.
Oh, here we go.
Looks like we graduated to the sophomore team.
Yeah.
Or did we get to JV? I don't know where we are.
Oh, there is an option called join room. Okay. Oh, that's 7. Okay. It's gonna be
I was
same
just
room.
letting them move me around wherever.
I'm a utility player. I played offense and defense. There you go.
No, but Brian himself is not here. So this is our new room. Let's just chat here, I would say. Who's sharing the screen? Oh, Brian is there. Oh, Brian, can you hear us? You're on mute. Okay.
I can hear you.
Brian.
Yes. Hi, Eric. Actually, we have 2 Erics, Eric Mack and Eric Klaus. Hey, Eric.
Yep.
Michael, how are you?
How are you?
Good, good. So me, Eric Klaus, and Jared, who is here, we are all from SoCal chapter. Are you both in Seattle?
I'm Seattle.
I'm in Southern California in Orange County.
Oh, wow. Well, I have not met you. Sorry about that. But hopefully I see you in next month meeting, right? In April?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome. So Eric Mack, what do you do?
I'm a co-founder over at Max Phase. I handle a lot of the business development side of things. As I was explaining to Michael earlier, Max Phase, we developed a unique approach to handling the data integration problem. Short end of the stick, data silos are a problem. Everyone knows it. Our approach is we went back and said, well, what's causing data silos to form? And we found out it was a flaw in how we model data. So we provide a unique methodology solution that could help prevent that. So you can actually get your data sets working in a decentralized manner as though they were all in one single consistent data set without having to transform it and move it into a data warehouse.
Wow,
So
okay.
we help simplify that effort.
Okay, I'll have to connect with you on that because we do work in data technology, and what you're talking is more related to my business partner who works in data warehouse.
Okay, yeah. Bob Mack, who's my co-founder, he built data warehouses for 8 of the top Fortune 100s, and he actually worked on the first database data warehouse project in the state of New Jersey. So he's been doing this a long time, and essentially got fed up with the way they were doing it and said, well, let's take another crack at it. And came up with a new solution.
Nice.
So certainly would love to talk about that.
Yeah, and you have put your contact info in the chat because I'm copying the chat details. I
Yeah,
think
it's in the chat. It's
okay.
my name at maxphase.com, maxxphase.com. And we're always happy to chat more and show people what we got.
Okay. Okay. no worries. I will take it from the chat and we'll set up some time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Michael, how about you? What do you work on?
So I'm an industry analyst. I've been covering the channel for many years. I cover cybersecurity, AI, and so I cover the 1-tier, 2-tier markets, but I also work with the big vendors, covering them. I came from distribution for about 18 years in market and competitive intelligence and business intelligence. So I work with data. I came from the NPD group as well, where we got all the data from the distributors, the direct marketers, and the big retailers like Walmart and Best Buy. So I would always analyze that data, and then we'd go fly into the clients like Dell or whoever that was buying it and kind of help them with their marketing strategies and their product adjacencies and things like that. So heavy user of data. So more of a data analyst, and
yeah,
what I do.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Jared, you want to introduce, and Eric Claus?
I accidentally got into your chat. I don't know how I did, but my thing moved me back. So.
Danny,
Sorry.
you can see join room on the top. You can click on that to join whatever room you were in. Yeah, there is an option to go back.
There is. Okay, join room. Okay, I'll be back. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. So I'll just introduce, because I do have a 1 o'clock meeting I have to jump to. We work on more data and AI solutioning, so data warehouse, reporting, Power BI integration, and then AI, of course, custom AI on document intelligence or chat bots. And then I do have a, I'm not on the camera. Okay. I do have this tool called Amy, which is more agentic AI. It's a AI-based project manager. So we are trying to build that, and it talks to all the meeting tools like Zoom, Teams, and then talks to all the project management tool like Monday.com, Planner, DevOps, Jira, and does generative AI on top of that. So yeah, that's what I do. Would love to connect with you both. And Eric Claus, go ahead.
Yeah.
So great to connect with everybody. I mentioned it earlier. So we're a Microsoft Biz Apps, Power Apps, Dynamics, and AI partner. We've got solutions for intelligent process automation, intelligent document automation, intelligent analytics. I sometimes tell it easier through a story, so maybe this will help for everybody. It's about a client we did work with just recently, where they're a large industrial equipment manufacturer and distributor. They run SAP. One of their big challenges for their finance team is they're constantly being hit on by their sales team for information. What are the top 5 products this customer buys on a regular basis? Who are the top 10 customers in my territory this month, this week, this year? And so this finance team's constantly struggling to serve the sales team. And so we created an AI solution, Azure AI, sitting on top of their SAP data, effectively giving them a ChatGPT type of interface to query whatever information they want out of the SAP data, limited to their role within the organization and what their function is, but giving them the ability to query that data from SAP and ask questions out of it. So hopefully that helps.
Great.
Hey, Jared, are you here? Yeah, go ahead, Jared. And sorry, I have to drop off.
Hey, apologies to
Here we
Michael
are.
and Eric. I couldn't get you guys into a room. I'm so sorry.
Here we are. Did anyone make a connection in the second breakout?
Yeah, I met this guy called Paul.
Yes.
For the very first time.
I had a chance to speak with John Niccolo one-on-one for first time in a long time.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for being here. It's it's terrific. I think we've got so much going for us together because we have the same time zone. We have, partners that complementary capabilities. So, and it's nice to have a larger group and a different group. And we hope to do this more often. I hope you found it valuable. And I invite everyone to have a look at the connections in the chat and reach out and just offer to have a half-hour call between today and sometime next week, and just reach out, and I'm sure that can be productive.
Fred Bobby, by chance, were you able to pull together a survey?
Yes, exactly. I sent it out to Ashok. I don't know if he was able to get it out to everybody.
Okay, I take it if you don't have a link right this moment, then we'll have to try it another time. But if you do have a link, you can put the link in the chat.
Yeah, I don't have the link. We can send it, I guess, later.
Okay, very good. All right, Paul, thank you.
All right, thank you, Brian. Brian, did you want to close up for us?
Okay, just a bit of wrap up.
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you all for joining, because this was an experiment and I thought it went quite well. One of the things that Paul and I have worked on is this notion of partnering. And last year, you might remember partnering as a practice. So he and I have done some things together that are kind of innovative, and I think this is one of them that I think was Paul's suggestion at the very outset. So if this works, we'll make, as Paul suggested, give it another try. And we have 3 chapters close to us: SoCal North, and San Diego. So we might give this format a try for those 3 chapters as well. If you have any suggestions, by all means, send them to Paul and me, and then we'll see if we incorporate them. Thank you, Paul.
Yes, suggestions are welcome. Thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
so much. Great to meet y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, well, sir, congratulations.
Yeah, I thought that was great. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yeah, that was great. I think I got the feedback that we need a little bit more control over the breakout rooms about who goes in there, because I ended up with 3 Seattle members.
Oh, okay,
the
yes.
second one. But that's okay.
And the second one, it was John Nicolo and me, and it's like, okay, well, we probably could use one or 2 more in our room. And for some reason, I could not get Eric Mack and Michael Diamond into rooms. So I clicked assign manually, and their names are grayed out. So it's almost as if that they were logged in somehow where they weren't able to join a room. I don't understand that.
I know when people use the telephone, that happens frequently.
Oh, mobile phone? Oh, yeah. It is possible. Right, possible. Yeah. All right. Well, I kind of enjoyed this.
Yeah, I think it was great.
It's
different, Brian, different than usual. And those I wonder if I did the right thing with the introductions, because on the one hand, we do want to get to know each other. On the other hand, it took a long time.
Yes. So I think we also kind of repeated within the breakout rooms, because we kind of forgot who people were and what they did. So we had another chance to do a brief introduction. So maybe from that perspective, we might in the future either make them shorter, or skip the broad introductions and then do the introductions in the breakout rooms.
Yeah.
And there was time, right? So we had time to do a pretty good. In the first breakout room, we had more time. So we were able to understand pretty well what people did and what they were looking for. The second breakout room, we had less time. So maybe that's one more bit of management, is to try and make the 2 breakouts a bit more even in terms of time.
Yep.
All right, sir. I think
Thank you, Brian. It's a great